Hi readers, welcome to Novels with Nat, and thanks for stopping by my 2025 BOOKMAS. Today's video, we are keeping it very short and sweet. The winners of the Goodreads Choice Awards have been announced, so I just want to look at who the winner is. I have not looked at all yet, so I'm just going to do a quick first impression reaction. It is around 9:15 on the 3rd, and I just found out that the winners are announced, and so I cannot wait till tomorrow morning to check. So I'm going to check right now. This is going to be today's video. It's going to be super quick, but I just really want to see who's won. I'll link down below. I've done a bunch of different predictions and reaction videos. I've been following the Goodreads Choice Awards, mainly in the mystery thriller category. So I'll link that playlist down below if you're interested. I also want to take a look at some of the other winners. I voted in the categories where I had an opinion. I'm interested in fantasy, sci-fi, memoir. I think those are the main other ones, but mystery thriller is the main category that I've been following. My initial prediction was that The Intruder by Frida McFadden would win, and I was wrong because that book didn't even make it to the top 10. So I'm thinking that a Frida McFadden will win. I think The Tenant was the only one that was left that was an option, so I'm thinking that's what's going to win. I'm hoping that's not the case. It ended up being one of my least favorite books of 2025, so I'm hoping it didn't win. I didn't have any super strong opinions on who I wanted to win. I did want to get around to reading King of Ashes so that I could decide if that's what I wanted to vote for or not, because I haven't read that book yet, but I love S.A. Cosby, and so I have a feeling that would have been a 5-star book for me. But I didn't get around to it in the short amount of time between when the voting closed. So I ended up voting for my favorite of the ones that I had read. I think I'd read about half of the top 10. So I voted for Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. It wasn't like an all-time favorite book for me. I gave it 3.5 stars, but just of the options, it was my favorite. So without further ado, I'm going to take a look at the winner. I have not looked at this at all. Apologies for the lighting. It is late at night. It is dark, but I have to look at this now. Browse Choice Awards. I'm so nervous. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Frida didn't win. Not Quite Dead Yet won the best mystery thriller. That is crazy. That's what I voted for. I'm happy with that. I think Holly Jackson deserves it. I don't know if she's won before, but she deserves it. This was a good book. The premise more so was outstanding. The ending was solid. Do I think it was the strongest book of all time? No. The ending, like the explanation for me was a bit lackluster, but the actual concept and story and characters I thought were solid. So I'm happy with that. I'm still in shock. I can't believe it. I was certain. Frida had 3 books nominated in the top 20. I was positive one was going to win, but I think maybe it's the case that having more books nominated actually hinders your ability to win because you're kind of getting your votes split, possibly. Okay, so let's take a look in more detail at the category. Okay, so Frida came in second. All right, so Not Quite Dead Yet had 77,000 and The Tenant had 70, so kind of a pretty close second, relatively close. And then we have the Richard Osman, Beautiful Ugly, The Perfect Divorce, Vera Wong, King of Ashes. I would have liked to see that win. S.A. Cosby deserves it. He's an outstanding author. Dan Brown, Lisa Jewell, We Are All Guilty Here. Okay, so I think that makes up the top 10. So that one came in last. Lisa Jewell came in second last. That's interesting. I thought that was going to be a contender to actually win. She's such a massive author. I didn't read that book. The premise just didn't intrigue me that much, but I'm surprised by that. Beautiful Ugly, I also thought would be a really popular one. I gave that one 3 stars. It was a good time. I had a good time reading it, but the twist just completely lost me. I just thought it was so outlandish and didn't really make any sense. But that was a decent read. It wasn't horrible. But I'm very happy with this. I think Holly Jackson deserves it. I've read everything she's released and I really enjoy all of her books. Her concepts are so unique and that's what I need more and more. I'm so tired of the same old thriller concepts of okay, 20 years ago, my sister went missing and now we're in the present day and more girls are going missing. It's just the same thing over and over. And she always has such unique concepts and I love that about her books. I'm very happy. Not to be a Frida hater. I do read her books and they're enjoyable enough. I just don't think that when we're voting for the best book that hers are necessarily at that caliber. So I'm very happy to see Holly Jackson win. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about this result. Who did you vote for? Who did you want to win? And what do you think about Not Quite Dead Yet winning? I want to take a look at some of the other categories just for funsies. I need to know who's won. Let's look at fiction. Okay, My Friends by Frederick Bachman on my TBR, but not going to be getting around to it anytime soon. I don't really know any of these other books. Okay, historical fiction. Oh, yeah, okay. Taylor Jenkins Reid. That is on my TBR. Atmosphere. Anything else I recognize? I recognize the titles, but nothing that's like on my radar. Romance. Okay, Emily Henry. I think she's won like I think every year she has a book out, she probably wins. So popular. Yeah, I don't really read the romance genre at all, so I don't really have any opinions on that. Romantasy, I'm not really even interested in. I guess we can see who won. Okay, Onyx Storm. I could have guessed that if I had known it was nominated. Yeah, I did read Fourth Wing. It was fine, just not my type of genre. Okay, fantasy. I'm fingers crossed for Catabasis. I really wanted that to win. Let's see. No, it came in second. Oh my gosh. Oh, but it was like a decent amount of difference in votes. 102,000 versus 87,000. Oh, I really wanted that to win. It was so good. It was a 5-star book for me. I'm surprised a little bit. Like I know this book was really popular, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, but I didn't know that it was going to be more popular than R.F. Kuang's books. That's interesting, but I'm kind of sad. I really liked that book. Oh well, second place is still good. What's next? Science fiction. Okay, I voted for The Poppy Fields. I hope it wins. I love Nikki Ehrlich, one of my favorite authors, even though she only has 2 books out. Both of them were so good. I cannot wait to read whatever she's going to put out next. Let's see. Oh my gosh. The Compound. I hated this book. 1.5 stars. This is in my worst books of the year video. Keep an eye out for that. It'll be coming out later on in BookMas. I cannot believe that won. It's not even really sci-fi. There's nothing like we're alluded to sci-fi elements, but there's actually like on page, I don't feel like anything really sci-fi was happening at all. Um, I'm really surprised by that. I really didn't like that book. I don't understand what the hype is. It was so bad. The writing was awful. The marketing was awful. I just did not like it at all. I might be in the minority. What's the average rating right now? How do we see that? 3.57. That's so low. What is the average rating of the Poppy Fields? Okay, 3.66. Not as high as I would have expected, but third place. What else do we have? I don't read a ton of sci-fi, but I dabble, I guess you could say. Horror, let's see. Okay, the Grady Hendrix one. I DNF'd that book. Actually, quite a bit of the ways through. I read like 50% of it, which was kind of a lot. It was a bit of a long book, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. I've loved everything else I've read by Grady Hendrix. But that was a DNF for me. Wait a minute. There's a Stephen King that didn't win. Stephen King always wins the horror category. That I'm sure is going to be shocking for a lot of people. And it was very close, 57,000 versus 59,000. It's a very tight race. I'm shocked because usually Stephen King's fan base is like insane, and I would have expected him to win 100%. Well, good for Grady Hendrix, I guess. That's a pretty big accomplishment. This was a pretty popular one. I saw a lot of people talking about the Rachel Harrison release. It's on my TBR. Okay, that is interesting. Debut novel, let's see. Okay, Alchemized. No real interest in reading that for myself, but good to know. Um, I'm slightly interested in The Merge. I think it's like the concept is like some kind of a sci-fi type thing where you can merge 2 people's minds into one body. Kind of interesting, but I don't think it's going to be at the top of my TBR. What is next? Audiobook. Oh, interesting. Onyx Storm. I could see that. Fantasy audiobooks are usually pretty good. Oh, King of Ashes was nominated. S.A. Cosby's audiobooks are always fantastic. I really like them. The narrator of those audiobooks does a really good job. All right, what's next? Young adult, fantasy, and sci fi. Oh, okay. Sunrise on the Reaping. That makes sense. That was a huge release this year. I'm going to read it, but I'm working my way through the series. So I recently just finished. Oh, there it is. Catching Fire. I just finished. So I still have to read like two more. Young adult fiction. What do we have? I have never heard of this. I don't really read young adult. Oh, it's Lynn Painter. I've heard of that author, but I've never heard of this book. The Scammer. That's on my TBR by Tiffany D. Jackson. Okay, nonfiction. Let's see. Oh, the John Green one. That, I mean, as an author, I understand. Like, he's a massive author, but I just don't understand, like, an entire book on tuberculosis. I don't know. It had a lot of votes as well. It must be good. I'm just kind of, I'm not intrigued necessarily in the topic per se to read an entire book about tuberculosis, but I'm intrigued to read it just because I want to know why so many other people read it, if that makes sense. Oh, and then the Let Them theory in second place. That was a huge one too. Um, Nothing else I'm really recognizing. Memoir, let's see. The House of My Mother won. Good for her. I read that book and it was outstanding. I was not expecting it to be that well written, but I would say it was like pretty comparable to I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. They were both just like the writing of them was outstanding. I'm not sure if there was a ghostwriter situation going on here. I can't remember, but I thought that the writing was done so well. I gave it 5 stars. It was good. What else do we have here? I don't think I've read any of these. This is on my TBR, semi well adjusted. I'm hoping to read that by the end of the year, but I didn't read anything else. I just read this one and I thought it was great. So happy to see that win. Then history and biography, I doubt I will have read anything here. Yeah, no, I don't even recognize anything. Okay, so some of that was pretty, I guess not surprising, but some of it was surprising. I think the biggest surprises were Stephen King not winning, um, the Frida McFadden not winning. That was crazy. And I think Catabasis not winning. Those are three that I was kind of shocked by. Um, I guess some of them I was happy about, some of them not so much. I really wanted to see Catabasis win, but I'm very happy for Holly Jackson winning. And I'm happy for Sherry Frankie. That was a really good book. If you haven't read that one, definitely go check it out. Okay, that is it for today. Super quick video. I just had to see the results of this. I love the Goodreads Choice Awards. It is like the Oscars for me. I have such a fun time guessing who's going to win and then kind of seeing if I'm right and who the winners are. It's just a fun time, but I totally understand, just to preface, that this is like a popularity contest. It's not an objective way to find the actual best book of the year, if that even exists. But I still have a fun time with it. Let me know in the comments, what were your thoughts of the winners? Were there any winners that you were shocked to see? Anything that you were disappointed by or happy about? So that is it. Just a super quick BOOKMAS video for today. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you in another one in a couple of days. Bye.